But I feel like this video is going to cause people to unsubscribe, and it's very unfortunate because I'm still the same person.
1, 2, 3, let's switch this up.
Hi babes, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Sakaela. If you are new, I make fashion content. Except in this video because I didn't feel like putting together an outfit because I'm really tired, and if you didn't know, I just put together 50 outfits, so go and check that video. But today we have a chit chat get ready with me where I installed this wig, and then we talked while I did my makeup. I talked a little bit about my spiritual awakening, my spiritual journey, where I am right now, my beliefs and all that good stuff. So if you're interested, keep on watching. Thank you to Nadula for sending me this beautiful wig and sponsoring today's video. Everything will be linked down below. But yeah, if you want to see how videos that I got looking like this, keep on watching. Y'all already know the drill. We are going and cutting the ear holes so that the wig cap can lay flat. I'm still tired, child. But yeah, we're just putting the 𝕊𝕆𝕀 spray on. You know what I'm doing. You see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. And then we're gonna blow dry it so that she is in the position that she needs to be in, so that she's flat. I didn't fully dry this completely, if I'm being honest, and I didn't realize it until it was a bit too late. But make sure you dry it completely, because if not, then it's just gonna lift, which causes a bit of a problem a bit later on. But it came out looking good, so at the end of the day we look good, and that's one purred. So as you can see right now, this is what I'm talking about. See how it's just coming in and not staying where it needs to stay. I couldn't fully see either. This angle wasn't really giving me what I needed it to give, so cutting this off was a bit like difficult to do. But I need to get some more scissors, if I'm being honest. These scissors are just a bit too dull for what I be trying to use them for. But yeah, I just went back in and did a bit more cutting. As you guys know, which I've said in the past, that you want to make sure to cut off anything that's not laid down, because when you go in and put down the foundation or whatever product you use, that piece that's lifted up is going to be like so much lighter, and it's going to like be more difficult to blend into your lace. But yeah, right now what I'm using, actually, this is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn. Because I am getting a little bit lighter now that fall is here in England, child. Once the sun is going, the sun is really going, and so she's giving very much gloomy weather, and my tan, I guess you can call, is now leaving my body, and I'm just getting lighter again. But yeah, we're taking Enrico Cabello. I did 2 layers of this oh my gosh, what was that? I did 2 layers of this product, and we let her set. I don't know what I did wrong with this wig, right? But the lace, I'm sorry, I wanted to include this because I do anything to try and get this to dry as quickly as possible, because I just don't have the patience to wait for this glue to like dry properly. You're not supposed to put it on yet. It should be clear before you do it, but I am just so very impatient. So don't be like me. Take your time and do it when it's supposed to get done. But it's fine. It came out good in the end. But yeah, I don't know if I over bleached these knots. I'm assuming that it has to be that, but I also did put foundation on the lace, but it was just a little bit too orange, and I didn't understand why, but it was a bit too orange for me. So, but I did rectify it. I didn't include it in the video because I ended up getting on the phone and then just couldn't really do both things at the same time. It just got a bit too much. So what I ended up doing to kind of sort out the whole too orange situation, I just took a bit of my satin powder, which is the Huda Beauty Easy Baking Blondie. So it's just a really light, like a really light yellowy color, and I just put it in the pot, and I just dealt with the orange. Like, it's weird that right now it doesn't look orange, but when I take the lace, like the elastic band off, you can really see the difference in the color of the lace. But I realized right here that it's entirely too much hair for me to think that I was able to just spray it down all at once. So I'm just getting in sections, just taking some water. There's nothing inside of that bottle but just water, and going through and just fully saturating it, because I just wanted to make sure that it was fully saturated and make sure that the curls were getting really defined, because I just wanted it to look really good. And I don't know what I just grabbed. I'm just taking some conditioner because, as you know, I don't have any curly hair products, child. I just be using whatever I have on hand, and then I'm just going to continue to do that for the rest of the hair. And as per usual, you know, we don't like to just watch me do the same thing multiple times. But you see what I mean by when you're talking too fast. When the elastic band is on, you can't really see that it's orange, but when I take it off, you can see that it's completely too dark. So yeah, I'm just going in and plucking the part, because even though on camera it does look wide, but that's because I did over bleach these knots. It's not that wide, so I just went in and just, you know, gave it a bit more of a natural parting. And then we did the baby hairs again. When I was on the phone trying to do the phone and the baby hairs at the same time, child, these edges was pissing me off, but they came together in the end. I ended up going over them again because I wasn't fully satisfied with what I was doing or how they came out. And I think what I had done wrong, which is something that I don't normally do, is I pulled the edges out while I was plucking the wig. So like I was like, okay, on the wig hair, this looks cute. Mannequin hair, whatever the hell, this looks cute, so it should look cute on my face. Please don't do that. You know, I see the girlies doing it on socials and stuff, and you know the baby hairs are already set and stuff, but don't do that. Do them when the wig is on your head, because or else you're gonna have to suffer like I did to try and get the edges to look, you know, some kind of decent. But I ended up turning the camera off in a second because I was just over it. But please enjoy watching me struggle until we get into the conversation. Alright y'all, so it's 10:45 right now, so I'm really tired. If you can see it in my face, I am very tired, but I need to film this video, so I apologize if my energy is a bit low. That is why. So as you can tell by the title, also I want to say there will be no outfit at the end of this. I just gave y'all 50 outfits, so if you really need an outfit, just check that video. Like, I don't have the mental capacity right now to try and even think about putting together something that wasn't in that video, you know what I'm saying? So yes, but yeah, I just want to spray. I don't want to wet the hair, so I just want to make sure that there isn't any frizziness, because I have been laying on it earlier today. So I just want to do whatever I can to, I don't have any mousse, so I can't like use that. But anyway, so as you can tell by the title, we're going to talk about my spiritual awakening. I don't call it that. I don't have a name for it. I don't call it anything really. It's just where I am right now, what I believe in, and all of that good stuff. So if you've been subscribed for a while, then you know that I was Christian, and it wasn't until recently that I openly said that I don't subscribe to the religion or the term Christianity. I don't want to be associated with Christians. I believe in God, but I'm not a Christian. And now I'm here to really just explain what that means to me and where I am right now. First off, let me give a disclaimer. First of all, I'm not making this video to cause anybody to want to stray or change their mind about what they believe in or anything like that. This is genuinely just for me to talk about where I'm at and what I believe in right now. And I already know that I'm going to get some comments that are going to be like, I'm so upset and I'm so disappointed and yada yada yada. If that's the kind of comment that you are going to leave, I really beg you not to do that, because not in a disrespectful way, but I just don't care. And I say that just because, like, I think we need to understand that not everybody will believe the exact same thing that you believe, right? And that is okay. Like, we are all our own individual people. We can believe different things. It's okay for me to change my mind about what I believe, and and the fact that me changing my mind doesn't actually affect you, it shouldn't bother you that much. And I don't mean that in a rude way, but it's just like, if my favorite singer or whatever was like, I'm no longer Christian, or I'm no longer whatever, I don't care. As long as you ain't out here killing people or R-wording people, or you ain't out here liking little kids, like, I don't care what you're doing. If you ain't hurting nobody or yourself, then believe what you want to believe. If you're still being a good person, believe what you want to believe. I really don't care. So I just want to put that out there. I'm not making this video to cause anybody to question their beliefs or to change their minds. So I grew up Christian. I've been going to church, I don't know, for as long as I can remember, since I was 6 years old. I don't know, for literally as long as I can remember, I've been going to church. And like, that's just been it. Like, it wasn't a thing, like, I feel like a lot of us, it's not a thing that you make a decision to do, going to church every Sunday and all of that good stuff, right? So I've been in church my whole life. I haven't known anything else beside that. And it wasn't until I was about 17, or I don't know, 17, 18, 19, around that time is when I started to have questions, is when I wanted to have answers, and I couldn't find the answers to the questions that I wanted, or that I had, sorry. And so what ended up happening, I had asked my pastors and stuff, and we ended up having a meeting and yada yada yada. And at the time, the answers that they gave were sufficient enough for me, I guess you can say. But the same questions have been brought up again recently, plus more. And so I've always had questions, and I feel like with Christianity, it's like, it's frowned upon to ask questions. Like, if you choose to ask questions, it's like you're choosing, it's like you're not just asking questions, it's like you're not just questioning the book, it's like you're questioning the person. And it sometimes comes off as dismissive when you do have questions, or like your question's not answered because it's not that important, or whatever reason they give you as to why there's no answer to your question. But I don't like that there's no answers to so many questions that we have. And people might come and say to me, oh, but you know, God's mind is bigger than mine, and that's fine. But some things I want an answer to, some things I don't understand, and until I get an answer to it, I don't want to just blindly follow anything. So that's where I was, and I wholeheartedly believed in God. I won't say ever that I wholeheartedly believed in the Bible. I always had my issues with some of the stuff in it, but I just never really chose to fully question it, or fully just step away for a second and look at it, if that makes sense. And it wasn't until around the time of Black Lives Matter, like over the course of the pandemic, there had been like some dialogue, discourse, and this was about something completely different. So it was about the fact that there's so much information that has been fed to us that is not truthful, and it's been fed to us as if it is truthful, as if it is factual. And once I found out that maps weren't real, and when I say maps aren't real, I don't know why this little bit of my eye is like rejecting product, but it is. And when I say maps aren't real, I mean the proportions of the sizes of the continents are not real. They look the way that they look to serve a specific purpose and to push a specific agenda. So once I found that out, I'm like, what else isn't freaking real, right? Understanding that like once you understand, and I'm sure we all know this, but we kind of try to act like we don't know this, every single piece of media, unless it's social media, and even that to an extent is like policed and, you know, gatekeep. Like, there is a specific group of people that are out there that everything has to go through before. There are gatekeepers for every single media, you know, whether it be books, TV, music, whatever the case is, there are specific gatekeepers for all of that. Like, you know, in history books that history has been whitewashed and all of these things. Like, so if we take that same understanding and we put it here with this book that has so many inconclusivities, that's not a word, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, there are so many inconclusive things and just things that don't make sense and historically don't match up and yada yada yada. It's only not logical, I don't want to use the word logical, but it's understandable why people will have questions about it. And so I have had questions, and these questions have led me to just not really want to believe in the book and not subscribe to organized religion, honestly. And I want to quickly say that, like, I feel like we get so afraid, and we are so afraid. I can also say that I can say this because I have been, like, we're so afraid to dabble, and not even dabble, geez Louise, it's just get an understanding of anything outside of what we believe, right? And that mindset is so problematic in a sense, so toxic in a sense. It's not a good mindset to have, because imagine if, and this might be extreme, or you might think this is an extreme example, but imagine if all white people were like, I don't need to understand, I don't need to learn about what black people, I'm gonna speak about my own race, about what black people have been through. I don't need to understand their culture. I don't need to get an understanding of who they are, right? If we apply that same ideology to how we, and that's kind of how we are, it's like, I believe in this is my world, I live in the world of Christianity, and I don't care to learn about what Muslims believe. I don't care to learn about what astrology is. I don't care to learn about Hinduism. I don't care to learn about what the Buddhists believe. I don't care to learn about anything else, because it's none of my business, essentially. When honestly, there should be nothing wrong with learning. Like, I feel like we equate somebody wanting to learn about a new religion or just a new spiritual practice or whatever the case is as they're converting. They no longer believe this and this. Then why can't it just be curious? I'm just curious. I just want to expand my horizons. I just want to learn about other people. I want to have a greater understanding of the world around me. Like, why can't it just be that simple? And so I feel like when people now come and say, oh, I am looking into, because this for me started out as just a curiosity. I just want to know, what is this about? Like, what does it mean when people talk about this spiritual journey and this spiritual awakening? Like, what is that? What does that mean? So I didn't go into it saying, I'm going to believe this is my new religion, like, this is just who I'm going to be. No, it was just, I'm curious, what does it mean to believe this? I'm curious, what do you guys believe? What is your understanding of life? What do you guys believe in? And so the more that I learned about it and the more that I dug into it, I guess I can say the core concepts of it and what it is that I'm interested in include things like yoga, meditation, journaling, scripting, which is manifestation, affirmations, things of that nature, right? And it's just, when you take away the bells and the whistles, and a lot of this stuff, before I even had really learned about it, I thought it was so horrible and so bad. Like, even when it came to like my birth chart, I thought just wanting to know my birth chart was demonic. And it's like, oh, so that's it? So we're making more out of what really isn't what. Like, we just demonize everything as Christians, honestly. And it's like, no, how about we just learn? Anyway, because I will go on a tangent, and I'm not trying to do that. Where I am now, I just believe in God. I believe in the universe. And I use that word loosely because what I'm learning about this spiritual journey is like, it's your own. And there are no rules, and you can subscribe to whatever aspects of it you want to. Am I gonna now come and learn about tarot cards? Not particularly, because inside of me that makes me feel uncomfortable. I just want to learn. And the thing that I think is beautiful about this specific thing is that all the things that I've learned about spirituality and this spiritual awakening space of spirituality is that a lot of people come to it wanting to just let go of trauma from the past and heal and unlearn toxic traits and just be better people in general. And I think that's beautiful, and I really love that, and I'm here for that, because like, I'm at a point in my life where I just want to be a good person. I want to be a well-rounded, good individual, good to my family, good to my friends, good to whoever my partner's game, like, just a good person, good to strangers, good to everybody, like, just a good person who just, like, there are so many things wrong in the world, and like, I don't want to be one of those things, and I feel like if we all just were to take a moment to heal and take a moment to just learn about ourselves and learn about the things around us, the world will be a better place. And y'all probably gonna think this girl's gonna turn into a hippie And I mean, like, maybe that's what I'll become. Maybe that's what you will call me, a hippie. And I mean, like, whatever. I don't know what you would call it. My nose is running and it's really irritating me. I really just want to be a good person. Honestly, truly, like, I'm here to be happy. I live my best life because this is the only life that we have. And I just want to be a good person. And I'm just say that for the rest of my life. Is that's really my life's... That's like my biggest goal in life, is just to be a good person. And to make people feel good. Like, that's really it. I want to be one of those people that just, the energy that I bring to the room is just so refreshing and so nice, and it just lifts it, and everybody is just happy. Like, I just want everybody around me to just be happy. And yeah, I wasn't really trying to go deep into my thoughts on Christianity and all of that, because I don't want this to turn into a debate, and I don't want to. So I don't know if you guys will ever really get a deeper understanding of where I am in terms of what I feel and think about Christianity. I feel like this is a pretty basic understanding of where I am, and I still feel like I've missed or didn't touch on as much as I wanted to. I think I did touch on a lot that I wanted to. So yeah, I just believe in a God. I believe that there is something bigger than me that has placed me here, and that I have a purpose. And at the very root of that purpose, it's to be a good person. Whatever it is that I do with my life, whether I do social media full time, whatever it is that I do with my life, at the very foundation and the base of that, I just want to be a good person. We all have the understanding, or not all of us, if you believe that you are a spirit inside of this human flesh, and that's just what it is, then it's all about what's on the inside. And again, it's just all about the healing and just learning about who you are and unlearning the bad things, and doing all of these things. Like, I learned about shadow work, and again, I thought that was demonic, but no, your shadow self is just like the version of you that you don't let people see, in a sense. Like, it's all of the bad that is in you, and you just want to release it, bring it to the light, so that you can heal from all of these things. And I just feel like if people were just more open to learning about other people, and again, this isn't me saying that if you learn about something, it's going to convert you to that thing. Like, no, it's okay to learn about something and just learn about it. Why can't we do it with math and science and social studies and English, but we can't do it when it comes to people's beliefs? And also, beliefs are so personal. So I just never understand why people get so bent out of shape when someone believes differently to them. Like, that really upsets me. Because I know there are going to be a lot of people that are going to be like, Sakaela, I'm praying for you. Sakaela, I'm so upset. Sakaela, I'm so disappointed. I can't believe it. Like, oh my gosh, I thought I knew you so well, but I don't know you at all. And it's like, am I still not sakaelajahstice? We talked about this on our podcast. I'm going to link the podcast itself. Outside of all of our beliefs, and again, as long as these beliefs are not harming anybody. Like, it's a difference if, like, I'm a Democrat and you're a Republican, and you believe in what the Republicans believe in, which is, like, just racism. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a whole different thing. When your beliefs are oppressing people, or they help to oppress people, or they're just bad. Like, if I now came out and said that I unalive people, or I R-word people, or you know what I'm saying, if I came out and said that, then I can understand why people would not want to be a part of the sakaelajahstice world. But I feel like this video is going to cause people to unsubscribe, and it's very unfortunate because I'm still the same person. But what I was going to say is that it's very unfortunate that people can't separate, or people believe that now that I was a Christian before I was anything else. And no, when I was born, I was sakaelajahstice. I was sakaelajahstice before I was anything else. I was this girl, this voice that you're hearing, the thoughts that I'm saying, the personality that you are subscribed for, outside of the clothes that you like to see me put together, and the outfits and this and that. Like, you're here for that, but you're also here for me. I'd like to believe, at least. So I feel like it's gonna be unfortunate for me that people will unsubscribe because I no longer subscribe to this institution, this religion, when I'm still the same person. So I'm kind of prepared for the comments, but I would like to say that if you have a comment that isn't going to be nice or whatever, or is going to be of the I'm disappointed, I'm sad, I'm upset, I hope you come back to the Lord, you're now lost, anything like that. If you would, I genuinely want you to just keep that kind of comment to yourself. Again, it's a thing where like people can be uncomfortable. Sorry, the camera's shaking. People can be uncomfortable with where I am and with what I am believing in, but like just keep it pushing. I'm still the same person. Like, I'm trying to be a better version of myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out here just wanting to heal from whatever has happened in my past that I might not even be aware of, that has made me who I am today. So 1 second. I hope that I spoke about everything that I wanted to, and if I didn't, then it is what it is. Maybe I will come back to it. Maybe in 1 year, 5 years, 6 months, who knows? Maybe in at some point in the future, I would say, okay, this, I don't have a word for it, this spiritual journey that I'm on right now, it actually wasn't for me. I think I resonate more, or I am actually more connected to the religion of Christianity, and then I come back. But only time will tell. But where I am right now, this season of my life, this is where I am. This is what I believe, and I wholeheartedly believe it, and I just feel like it's right for me, you know, and that's just it. And I feel like life is too short. 1 second. Life is too short for us to be too concerned or too afraid to live it how we see fit. This is something that I've been, you know, hinting at or whatever for a while, like something that I've been talking about for a minute, slightly, but doing something like this has been nerve-wracking, and not because I don't want to live my truth, but because I know that people are going to have something to say about it, and I don't want to live in fear. It's not fear, I'm not afraid of you, but I don't want to live in fear of what other people are gonna have to say. Or it's not even fear, I just don't want to deal with it, so that's why I'm not trying to talk about it. But I should be just as able to talk about this as you feel comfortable to talk about Christianity. I almost wanted to equate this, and I didn't want to say it because I didn't want it to come across, I didn't want anybody to look at it like differently than what I meant it. 1 second, really have this deep brush. I feel like leaving religion in a sense, and I mean this in the like lightest, like most, like when I say lightest, like I'm not trying to compare it and to say that it's just as like it's just because it's not just as difficult at all. I'm not trying to say that, but I feel like it's similar in a sense to someone coming out to the family as gay. And I say that because you have to think about the backlash that'll come with it. Like, who's gonna feel a way about this? Who's gonna be disappointed? Who's gonna want to disown me now? Who's not gonna want to be a part of my life? Who's gonna want to walk away? Who's, you know what I'm saying? Who is going to feel jaded by this? Because I had in my mind all this time, for all my life, that Sakaela was this one way, but now you're telling me that you're not, and I don't know how to feel about it. So that's what I mean by, and just knowing that I may be ostracized in a sense, but I have to live my truth. I have to live. We only have this one life, you know. I want to live it as truthfully and as honestly for myself as I can. Gotcha. My camera overheated, so I just put on some lip gloss. That's the only thing that I had to do left. But yeah, I don't remember the last thing that I said, but I don't know if I covered everything that I wanted to in this video, but I think I said as much as I felt I needed to say. So yeah, this is where I am. I'm happy to be in the place that I am. Family, if you're watching, I hope you still love me. Friends, if you're watching, I hope you still love me too. Like I said, if there's anything that I kind of didn't cover that you want to know more about, you can leave a comment and leave a question and I'll answer it. But I think I said as much as I need to say. And yeah guys, I kind of like how my makeup came out. Again, I'm lashless. If I didn't say that, I picked up all my lashes the other day because I can't remember why, but I did. I'm just gonna get a fresh set for my birthday. So we're just giving bald, and that's fine. But yeah, this is the end of the video. Like I said, there will be no outfit portion. If you need outfit inspiration, go and watch my video. So thank you very much. But yeah, so thank you to Nadulahair for sending me this wig, sponsoring this video. I absolutely love it. It's so beautiful and I'm obsessed, and it's just, it's getting cold, so big hair is nice when it's cold. But yeah, everything will link to down below if you want to purchase this wig, which, look at the material, I think that you should. But yeah guys, if you enjoyed, thumbs this video up. If you didn't enjoy, don't thumbs it down, child. I don't want my like dislike ratio to be looking mad, but it is what it is. If you feel the way about what I said, then there's nothing I can do about that. But I still love you, and I hope you still love me. But yeah, guys, subscribe to my channel because you know you want to be lit with me. Time on post notifications, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you in my next one. Peace out, Girl Scout. Check you later.